message found you because it's your turn to fall in love again and again. May this find the right people at the right time. I truly do believe that messages find you exactly when it is meant to find you. And I had wrote a whole bunch of notes. And this is the Aries stellium in me, okay? But I had wrote a whole bunch of notes, and then Spirit was like, throw it away. Throw the plan away and allow yourself to be surprised, because there's a lot of surprises. There are multiple new beginnings on the way. I'm hearing you scared. You scared? Don't get spooked. Okay, don't get spooked now. Let's go ahead and see for this beautiful collective. Of course, Ace of Pentacles at the back of the deck. I'm hearing the song, do you remember the 21st of September? There's something about, for some of you, people that you met this year, September, this October could be significant here, okay? But I'm hearing you guys are now getting previews for the year to come and how jam-packed and exciting it's going to be, okay? Thank you, Spirit. Tell me more for this collective here, okay? Tell me clearly. Thank you for the highest good of all for this beautiful collective. Ooh, is this mine? King of Pentacles. Success. Okay, I'm seeing the Ariana Grande album. All right. And I'm seeing a vision of, I'm hearing da-da-da-da-da-da. You guys are really into music. Someone here, music is a big deal, or it's about to be a big deal. Musicians, concerts, okay? But this is also a sign. Anytime I'm hearing a lot of music and different types of music, that's always a sign of feel good. Life is about to feel good. Okay, this is a collective that has created feel-good moments, okay? Some of you guys, you threw parties, you created spaces in your home here. This is a collective here that, you know how to be generous, and I feel like the universe is about to be generous with you. Ooh, life is about to feel so good. All right, yeah, I'm hearing, what's love got to do with it? Early 2000s energy coming up, them feel good times, all right? I'm hearing you are more than getting your spark back. King of Pentacles energy, Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy could be significant here, but that's success. That's success. There is at least one area of your life, for some of you guys, multiple areas of your life that's about to be whatever it is that's growing in that garden, honey. Okay, it's gonna be real. It's gonna be real exquisite, luxurious. Okay, rare. There's something about what's blooming right now in your garden that could be very specific. Some of you guys' garden, but some people gonna want it. King of Pentacles, okay, successful entrepreneur. I can't even say entrepreneurs. Maybe someone has an accent here, okay. Bilingual energy, but because I just channel the energy as soon as I get into a reading. But successful entrepreneurship, successful deals. Thank you, Spirit. Right rooms, right hands, right time, right place. Ooh, okay. I saw a TikTok today. I need to start remembering names and writing them down, but I saw a TikTok today and it was this girl talking and I was like, clock it, and she was basically saying, sometimes some people trying to tell you go left when you need to be going right. This found you because you about to be going all the way right. You may have been going left for a while. Okay, you may have been at a crossroads, at a rest stop, but now your next step is right. Okay, the map is saying right, okay? Certain things about to go right for you. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Angel. Ain't it about time? 5 of Cups. What is gone is gone. What needs to be gone will go. But don't worry, whatever season of isolation you may feel like you're in, or whatever you feel like you're losing, whatever you're disconnecting from, you you ain't gonna be alone. You ain't gonna be empty-handed here. Okay, the 5 of Cups is actually one of my favorite cards, believe it or not, okay? Because while I can talk about disappointment, it's such a metaphor of life. Whatever leaves your life here is always making space for something better, something more stable, something aligned with you. Something aligned with you. You guys have released so much fear of change. And I actually just made a TikTok about this on my personal, just Natija, clock it at it, okay? But, okay, I just made a TikTok about this where I was like, you know, I really do feel like I was divinely guided, and I talked to you guys, about my journey to moved back home after college to my hometown for a bit, and I did for a couple of years. Lived in two places for a couple of years, and you know what? It taught me. And I'm not saying this from a space of judgment, because life is not easy. Breaking cycles is not easy, and not everyone wants the same thing. Not everyone wants the same thing, but there's a lot of people that are really terrified of leaving their comfort zones. Terrified of it. A lot of people that would prefer to play the game of life, put their head down, do what they gotta do, follow the path that has already been paved for them. And I don't judge those people. Even though they may judge, I don't. Life is not easy. Okay? And that's why I say the idea of chosen ones is chosen ones choose. They choose to expand. They choose to soul search. They choose. That doesn't make them better, but it does make them different. And maybe, you know what, in some capacity, it can make them better. It can make them healthier, okay? It can make them wiser, all right? There's a lot of people, and I don't care to say that. I don't care what anyone says, okay? A lot of people that prefer to continue cycles. They prefer to continue, even if it hurts people, even if it's hurting themselves, because it is really scary outside the lines. And you know what? Thank you, Spirit. Some of the channels that I'm getting, I got yesterday is coming back in here, okay? And I'm hearing the man, the myth, and the legend, okay? Some of you guys, all right? You are like that, okay? You the myth. You may not be a man, but you a myth and you a legend. You are a legend. My boyfriend told me that today. In Ireland, a lot of people say, oh, you're a legend. He was like, you're a legend. I was like, I know, thank you. Okay? You guys are legends. You are legends. Some of you guys are people that people will talk about. They will. They will run their mouth, okay? Or maybe that's part of your story. And they may not have all the facts. They gonna assume. They gonna pocket watch. But this is finding you because energetically you've accepted a lot of that. The things that used to phase you don't phase you anymore. You don't waste your time, or you're releasing the need to waste your time over explaining yourself, trying to get people to understand you. A lot of you guys are really getting to a place of being at peace with yourself. People are going to want to believe what they want to believe. Okay? The things that used to, get you in a bunch, like you have learned a lot from your disappointment. Okay? Maybe I was saying for a reason. For the new beginning. For the new experiences. For the new connections. For the new money. For the new success coming in your life. You have learned a lot. Thank God for you. Okay? Thank God for you. Be so proud of yourself, because this energy, you have to understand, it's alchemizing. It's integrating. You have really learned, and you will continue, because let's be real, life is real. Disappointments will continue, okay? You will, every single level is new lessons and sometimes new devils. But you're ready. You're ready, okay? And you won't keep going. Fall in love again and again. You're about to fall in love with life again. Fall in love in life. Some of you guys are about to fall in love again and again. Life has already ebbed and flowed and flipped and did all these different things. All right? And you're okay with it. You going with the flow. And you about to create some amazing music. I just heard no music. This energy. Ooh, you guys are about to be the most creative you've ever been. And you know this because you're kind of feeling this build up. You're feeling this momentum. There are some things right now that should kind of scare you, but you're like low-key like, yo. Some of you guys are realizing, like, I withheld myself to make other people comfortable. But that same withheld energy is about to, is what God gave me. Whether it's the way I yap. Some of you guys are certified yappers, okay? Whether it's the way I love, whether it's, the way I create, the way I spirituality. A lot of that withheld energy was the key to the manifestation in my life. All right? A lot of you guys have released so much of giving a F about what people think, because that's making you broke. It's keeping you broke inside. There has been heavy disappointments. Heavy disappointments. And now you're moving on. Chapter 2, Chapter 3, Chapter 4, Chapter 7, you're moving on, okay? And it's not that far away. It's not that far away. Another message with the Five of Cups is you may be like, oh my God, my next win, my next blessing, my next love, my next form of stability, my next career, my next journey is so far away. And then boom, this person about to, cry, pick up their head and turn around and be like, oh, okay. You guys are be like, oh. A lot of you guys right now, you are on the precipice. Wow, your next blessing is right behind you. Thank you, Spirit. I heard that clearly. It's right behind you any day now. Any day now. You guys are on the precipice of the most money you've ever made. You are on the precipice here of the most prosperous offer you've ever made. You are on the precipice, thank you, Spirit, thank you, angels, of the most aligned form of stability. And take this how it resonates. We don't need to limit this here, no matter how general it sounds, because the most aligned form of stability in your life. I'm hearing the golden path. Something in my notes that was coming up was gold. Gold. A lot of you guys have learned from fool's gold, and you are about to experience real gold, a real valuable experience. Someone is about to see your value. Where you have been rejected, where you have been abandoned. Oh, things are changing any day now. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, angels. All right. I'm hearing not everyone could have done this. You better take some time to celebrate yourself soon. Celebrate yourself. Okay, however it is you do it. Acknowledge yourself. 5 of Pentacles here. All these 5 could be a sign here. All right. A lot of you guys here, you're feeling like life is coming at you all at once. You're struggling with finances. You struggle with your emotions, okay? You feel like you don't got people to lean on. What's going on? And I'm hearing get excited. Get excited. You guys, listen. And as a reader, okay, and a spiritual guide, I can literally sometimes see it. Like, it's uncomfortable sometimes in a session. And it doesn't mean that I expect people. It does not mean that I expect people to have toxic positivity, okay? But it is. There are sessions when I'm doing a Google Meet session, I'm looking at their face, and they're going through a lot, and they're asking me for a reading, and I may validate what they're feeling, but also I'm a reader. My job is to see what's coming. And sometimes the answer is everything is going to be okay. Like, sometimes it is a lot more simple than the complicated situation. Sometimes the answer is it's already worked out. There's a version of you 3 months from now. There's a version of you next week where there's a solution to this issue. And let me tell you, a lot of times when we're going through very complicated situations, we don't know what to believe, okay, heartbroken, things not working out, you're in that tornado, Dorothy, Wizard of Oz, all right? Wicked was coming up today too. But you're in that mess. You want, okay, not you want, but you feel like it needs to be more complicated. The mess, if some of you guys, let's take it to church, want to say the devil wants you to feel like it's going to be so complicated to get to the new beginning. It's going to be so complicated for you to be blessed again. Wow, thank you, God. It's going to be so complicated for you to be so happy again. And sometimes the message is that clear. It's not that complicated. You've just been very used to complicate. That's not meant to be your whole story. Okay, you've been so used to strife. So this is finding you because actually the solution is not going to be that complicated. Actually, the breakthrough is not going to be that complicated. Okay, you're not going to have to do calculus. You're not going to have to do physics. And you ain't going to fail tests. Actually, it's going to be that easy. Okay? Some of you guys have to allow, you gotta realize when the devil is talking to you. You gotta realize when the doubt, whether you want to say the devil energetic attacks, you gotta realize when you in your own way get out of it and just allow yourself to believe. Allow yourself to be that woo-woo. I really do not like the be delusional. I don't like it. Because a lot of times when people are talking about being delusional, is usually around something good coming in. If a reader is saying, hey, you're about to make $1 million next year and you're over here looking at your bank account and it got negative this or it got $5 in your account. You're like, oh, okay, whatever. That's delusional. How is that going to happen? You better stop blocking those blessings. Your whole life can change overnight. Thank you, Spirit. Somebody just clicked in my kitchen. Know how fast everything can change? Okay. But right now, you guys are about to experience that exact lesson. All these 5, 5, 5, 5. Okay. You're about to be in one reality and another reality. And it's going to be a lot easier. It's going to be a lot smoother. It's going to be a lot swifter. Allow yourself to experience a reality, experience an existence that you're not used to. Some of you guys are going to realize that the script that's unfolding in your life is things that you've manifested and more. You're going to be reflecting and looking at your vision board and be like, oh, crap. Like, I was listening to this stuff, and I told you these blessings don't spook you. I was listening to this stuff, and just like, yeah, I believe it, but it's a difference between you yearning, you crying, you praying, and it's starting to happen. What? Huh? I didn't know it was today at 4:00. That could have been very specific for someone. Yeah. Did you think this was a joke? Did you think you were delusional? Did you think it was make-believe? Let's go ahead and continue. I'm over here ranting. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, angels, for this beautiful collective. Okay, what's going on? Page of Swords. Yeah, you can think of this one. Another thing that's very awkward for a reader sometimes is when people want to ask me to how. I be telling people, I got to clock you out. Okay, you asking me for a spiritual reading, where I'm a medium as well. I'm talking about spirit guides. And sometimes I can. Every reader is on a different frequency. I'm as woo-woo as it gets because I've experienced it. But you are asking for a spiritual reading where I am talking to spirits and stuff like that, and you want me to do calculus for you. I know it sounds true. You want me to create some type of T-chart for you in this situation. And that doesn't mean I can't give advice on my cards. But what I will say is that how you gonna get a spiritual reading and you don't believe in spirit? How'd that work? You don't believe in unlimited possibilities. How'd that work? You tell me. Okay, now we both looking at each other like confused. Page of Swords in reverse. You can't think of this one. You don't see this one coming. I know the doubt is talking to y'all with this Page of Swords. I know it's getting to y'all. Okay. This shift is going to be unimaginable. Something else that came up is sometimes God and your angels puts you in a situation. And this could be your own spirit. This could be your own soul lesson. And this is coming from someone who, believe it or not, I have a 9th house Saturn. The 9th house is a house of spirituality, okay, wisdom, philosophy, and soul lessons, higher learning. So if Saturn's in my 9th house, that means that I have a faith wound. How does that work? Things are not that black and white. I do this for a living, and I have a faith wound. I always say I do this work because I need it too, and I have experienced miracles. On paper, my life should have not looked like that. And in fact, I was a raging teenager. Motorcycle, I don't drive it, but going 150 miles per hour with a wish. Okay? And a door opened for me, a portal opened for me. And I said, you know what? If I wasn't afraid to get out of here, I might as well see what's on the other side of that. A lot of you guys are about to feel like you're going through a spiritual awakening again. Page of Swords in the reverse is going to be unimaginable. And you'll have to take a minute to laugh at yourself. You're going to be humbled with this one. Okay? And it might be a humbling experience when you tell people the story and they're going to say things like, it must be fake. Okay, the man, the myth, and the legend. They gonna speculate, whatever. It might be humbling. This turnaround gonna be humbling. But sometimes God puts you in situations that the divine knew, or you're divinely guided to situations, whatever you want to say, universe, that they knew that you couldn't figure out alone. That they knew that you couldn't do the math with this. That the math won't be mathing, because now you have to experience a miracle. And that's why I got Saturn in ninth house. Because there's certain situations where I have to experience divine help. I have to realize that, oh, we are not alone. I have to experience lucid dreams, messages in dreams. I have to experience that. And sometimes I have to experience me doing this work and people getting mad. People getting mad because it sounds unrealistic, because it's a rabbit hole that they don't want to go in. You guys are about to be the ones. I told you before that you're going to be telling the stories and somebody going to get mad. Somebody going to get frustrated. Okay? You will defy gravity. You will see gravity being defied in your life. And it's going to be a triggering experience. Let's go ahead and continue. Some of you guys have someone reaching out to you soon. All right, or conversation soon that is unimaginable. Eight of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. If you needed to know if things are going to work out in your money and in your career, this is your sign. This is your sign. Yeah, you guys are blindfolded right now. God is about to throw a surprise party for you. A surprise party for you with better connections, a better environment here, with gifts. God is about to throw a surprise party for you. There is a whole new reality that you're about to walk into. A whole new home. Like I said, a garden. There's a garden full of blessings. There's a garden full of blessings. There was a garden that you were watering, okay? And it wasn't reaping. It was not reaping. And you are about to be redirected. You are about to be divinely guided to a new environment, a new workplace, okay? And it may be scary because you've either never been to the place, or you felt like, or you have heard people fearmonger to you that that place, that position, that area, either it couldn't happen for you or it would be too hard. Whatever it is, whatever myths you've heard. But let me tell you, I'm literally seeing the Wizard of Oz being such a sign here, all right? This is no if, and, or but, and this is not a maybe. You have to go. You have to go at this point. You're already en route. You have to say yes. You have to walk in the door. All right? And you're going to know the truth. You're going to know the truth of Oz. You're going to learn the truth of yourself. You're going to learn the truth of a lot of people. I'm seeing the friends in the Wizard of Oz. And there will still be some people that don't believe you and demand to misunderstand you. There will still be some people that demand to hold on to the older version of you. What did Mel Robbins say? Let them. Let them, okay? But the level of security that you're about to have in your faith, the level of security that you're going to have in your new life, wow. I could cry. You're discovering the mirage of the facets of who you are. You guys are waking up to realizing that, you know what? There's actually not a lot of people around you in your immediate environments that it's actually willing to soul search. It's actually willing to discover a soul purpose, a soul mate, okay? Soul alignment. Their true personal life, because it doesn't all look the same. There's not a lot of people that always want to live in their authentic truth, and that's okay, okay? But the journey that you're on is no joke. It's no joke. And that's why the song, y'all's theme song right now is Fall in Love Again and Again. Okay? Because it's not going to stop. And that's what you're realizing. Like, oh my God, I live a magical life and it's unraveling. It's not going to stop. I'm like living in the process of unraveling. I'm releasing fear of change. I am the walking phoenix. 7th house, almost Joaquin Phoenix came up with. Yeah, fall in love and again, a lot of you guys are meant to experience true love in this life. True love. And that may be triggering. All right. On this card also says rivals, enemies. It may be triggering. You know, we're in a world where it is a lot trendier to be negative, you know, and have an ego about it. It's a lot trendier to not believe. Controversy sells. Okay. A lot of people have been conditioned to not believe, to not tap into their own power, their spiritual power, not have a personal relationship with the universe, or even question God and the universe. A lot of people have been conditioned to not do that because when people groupthink, when they're a sheep, they're easier to herd together. They're easier to control that way. Okay? Because if people actually soul search and go after their dreams, they're gonna live their dream life. And en route to living their dream life, they're going to be learning and discovering a lot about themselves and the universe. That would make them too powerful now. Too bad, too sad. You're already en route. There's no going back. Venus. You are becoming the most attractive you've ever been. And that statement has so many layers. You are becoming the most attractive, physically attractive here, mentally attractive, spiritually attractive. You will know if this reading is for you because you are in the process of becoming. And understand you are too powerful at this point to go back, to regress. You're already en route and it's going to start speeding up. Wow. 8th house, the house of the occult. Scorpio energy, the house of personal power. Picking up heavy Taurus and Scorpio energy in this reading. Okay, fixed signs energy here. One of the things you guys are releasing the most, Pluto, is fear. And the thing is that when someone releases fear, they become unstoppable. Lean into this. You're on the right path, and I'll see you on the other side.